All right, today is a pretty exciting day. Today, we are getting started on the garage gym transformation. It's gonna be a long one, but I'm pretty excited. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but let's get into it. So we're moving everything into the middle of the room because we wanna get ready for paint. Now, it wouldn't be a home gym unless it's going black, so we're gonna paint everything in here black. So get everything into the middle of the room, wipe everything down. All right, we've got everything sorted out. Stephanie helped a bunch. All right, so no more stuff touching the walls. We go all the way around. We've got everything up off the walls. The walls are a little bit dodgy. There's a couple of marks here and there. Stuff like this, you know, which I'm not too concerned about because we are going to be painting it black, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. All the way around here, and then nothing touching that wall as well. So pretty good, really. There was a thin layer of dust on all the walls, so we went through and made sure to wipe down all of the surfaces that were going to get paint to make sure that it sticked really well. There's honestly about 3 decades of dust left in this place. Fucking ridiculous. And we also sugar soaked all the walls just to be extra sure. I have returned from Bunnings. Shout out to Luke at Bunnings for giving me the advice about what I needed. Ended up changing the paint choice. We're going with some British paints, matte black. I have not painted in, I couldn't even tell you when the last time was, or even if I have before, but there's only one way to find out. So I'm gonna roll out some of this protective film all around the edges of the room, and then I guess there's nothing to it but just to start painting. Now I think this might be a little bit overkill, just because I'm gonna be putting rubber flooring mats on top of this, but I don't want the floor to be covered in paint for the next owner when I sell this house, so just to be extra cautious. All right, so the game plan is we are gonna cut in this entire wall and then I'm gonna roll it. And we'll go one wall by one wall by one wall. No one wants to see me paint that long, so let's cut to a time lapse. There is so much, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but bleeding of the white through the black, but I'm hoping that's just because there's not enough coats yet. All right, I think there's some improvements to be made. First little part of the wall, I think I went way too light on the paint. It's super streaky. I knew it was gonna be streaky because it's black on white and the white's gonna bleed through a lot. And we're gonna need to do a couple of coats, but you can see it here. There's just so many lines and there's so much white and it's bleeding through so heavy. When kind of down around this section, I kind of changed how I was doing it and I was getting really heavy with the coats and it does look like it's a lot better, but still, I think we're really gonna need quite a fair bit of extra paint. This is how much we've used on one wall. I've already gone through, I don't know, half a tub. There is a fair bit left in the box, but yeah. Let me show y'all something. So in the beginning, I was using like a hand brush to do the skirting boards. And I did that for 2 of the walls. And then I changed my mind, went back to Bunnings and got like a mini roller. Absolute game changer. Absolute game changer. This is what the skirting birds wore. That's what they were coming up like. Like super brush marks, hard to get it on. Mind you, the first coat under that is enamel, so the paint doesn't really stick to it. But when I changed, this is done with the roller. Although it's not on very thick, it's very consistent. That's where I dropped the big roller on there, but it was much better. And even around the edges, you can see where it's like double dark. That's where I did the roller around the edges. And then around here, you can see it as well. So this is how it's actually gonna come up. That's 2 coats because I had to go around that once and then I re-rolled it. So once this all gets double dark, that's how it's gonna come up looking, but that's day 1. All right, I'm gonna pack up. Day 2 tomorrow. Pretty much 6 hours of the same thing again. And I didn't even, look at this. Didn't even do the roof. Roof is still bright white. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I got all this stuff in the middle of the room. That's gonna have to go somewhere. Probably back to the outside of the room when the room's done, I assume. All right, that's a wrap on day number 2. We're 3 coats deep. It's looking pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna have to go for another coat or not. There's a little bit of streak. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but once it all dries and sets together, that might go away. If it doesn't, we're 1 more coat away and then it's gonna look fantastic. That wall's still drying, 3 coats in, but it is definitely looking pretty freaking good. I'm pretty stoked about it. Look at that. It's gonna be so good. All right, it's day number 3. Should be last coat on the walls, maybe a start on the ceiling. Let's fucking go. No time lapses today. Y'all don't want to see any more of that shit. Let's just get it done. It's looking pretty good. Day. I'm fucking sick of painting. I'll tell you that much. I've done 3 coats on 3 walls and they're still streaky. Somehow. It's getting better and I've just done a 4th coat on 1 of the walls and I think it's fixed the issue, but I've got 2 more walls to go and I've got the ceiling. So I'm thinking instead of saving myself all of the shoulder pain, the next, I don't know how it's going to, 6 hours, 7 hours, freaking brushing like this, I'm going to Bunnings, I'm getting a spray gun. I'm just going to spray it. Fuck it. We have got the Wagner. I'm done rolling these walls with this streaky shit. So we've got the freaking paint sprayer and we're gonna fucking spray the wall. Okay. It's a bit spotty, it's a bit liney.
I'm like, can you see that? Because like, it's very liney.
Yeah. It's a bit liney.
Your middle to the top is a lot.
I sprayed a lot in that middle section too. It's kind of hard to see. We'll open the door. Yeah, I increased the amount of paint coming out. I think that's much better. I think it's gonna leave a textured finish. All right, so it's coming out a little bit thin. So I read the instructions. Probably should have done that first. Apparently we need to be 5 to 15 centimeters from the wall. So really close. All right, we are on. Game changer. If you're gonna spray a garage, if you're gonna paint a garage, get a sprayer. You can see that this is already dry. I was too far from the wall. I was just spraying from the hip. No. Read the instructions, should have done that sooner. 5 to 15 centimeters is what they said. I just thought it was gonna have a chance to run, but nah. This is where it's at. This is real, I like this a lot. This is looking really good. So we're gonna keep on going with this method for the rest of the way. And that's gonna do it for part 1 of this video. If you're still here all the way at the end of this, you may as well subscribe because you're gonna wanna see what's coming up next.